For over a quarter century, the absolute dominance of American air superiority functioned as a basic law of global geopolitics. Throughout 20 years in Afghanistan and Operation Iraqi Freedom, the U.S. Air Force operated with total command of the sky. Combat airborne losses were minimal. But in recent months, that long-standing record of safety and contested airspaces has been repeatedly challenged. The most significant blow came when a B-52 strategic bomber, the backbone of the U.S. long-range strike capability, crashed immediately after takeoff in California. The disaster was catastrophic. 8 crew members died, marking one of the highest single-day loss of life for the Air Force in decades. Replacing a single legacy B-52 costs up to $90 million, far exceeding standard tactical equipment. But the strategic loss is greater. This crash reduces the entire active global fleet of B-52 bombers to just 56 aircraft. A smaller fleet means fewer planes available to maintain a constant presence near rivals like Russia, complicating the ability to project power across multiple theaters. When a fleet this small loses even one multi-role bomber to an accident, the math of global deterrence changes, leaving fewer assets to hold hostile territory at risk. The B-52 crash was the culmination of a rapid-fire string of losses during the recent conflict with Iran. Over Kuwait, panicked Allied air defenses mistakenly identified incoming signals as hostile, firing on and destroying 3 American F-15 fighter jets. In another incident, 2 KC-130 transport aircraft collided mid-air over friendly Iraqi territory, resulting in the death of everyone on board. Iranian forces also managed to score direct hits, successfully taking down highly resilient A-10 Thunderbolts using ground-based missile systems. These losses suggest that even the most armored and advanced human-flown aircraft are increasingly vulnerable when facing near-peer air defenses. The damage wasn't limited to the air. Vital ground-based radar stations across the Middle East were also systematically targeted and destroyed. This area chart totals the economic fallout. Between physical aircraft, destroyed infrastructure, and the resulting economic inflation, the total cost of the conflict has reached an estimated $100 billion. While the U.S. can manage the financial cost, the steady attrition of specialized crews and airframes suggests the current pilot-heavy model is becoming too difficult to sustain in high-intensity combat. To prevent a repeat of these losses, the military is shifting its focus away from human-centric flight toward autonomous systems. We are likely witnessing the beginning of the end for the traditional human fighter pilot. The U.S. Air Force is already conducting live flight tests using F-16s that have been retrofitted to be controlled entirely by artificial intelligence. In these tests, the AI has successfully evaded incoming missiles using maneuvers and reaction times that a human pilot cannot physically replicate. The transition will likely start with human pilots acting as supervisors, remaining in the cockpit to monitor the systems while the AI handles the actual combat flight. If the U.S. successfully integrates this technology, global rivals will be forced to develop their own autonomous fleets to keep pace with the increased speed of aerial combat. Accelerated by the losses of the Iran war, this shift towards autonomous, AI-driven platforms suggests a future where the most high-risk combat maneuvers no longer require a human in the cockpit.
If you value clarity over chaos, explore more on Clear Lens X.